Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? We've got technical difficulties with the camera this morning, so bear with me while we get all this under wraps. I've been fighting with the cameras this morning, so give me just another minute here. Let me see if I can get everything reconnected. I'm not even on the live chat just yet, so bear with me, guys. Edward, I agree. It's definitely going to have to be later following UFC. Jesus. I do agree right there. 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can get that camera up. I'm trying to get the main camera up, but I can... There we go. It should be coming back online now. How is man, this camera makes me look pale. Holy cow. Wow, I'm going to put a hat back on. It makes me look like ghostly white. There we go. A little color to me. I don't know why, but it's not pulling the remote cam. So let's see here. Let's try that again. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, Cappers Nation Live Saturday, early Sunday edition. It is dark. It is early. Oh, my God, is it way too early. We're going to have to definitely take Edward's suggestion and maybe move these shows back a little bit later after UFC nights, let me tell you. I see you guys are all here partying, ready to roll without me. Good to see. Brad in the house, Chris, Mauricio, Michael Jordan, Big MJ, Tracy Ball, Stat Guap, Jonathan. What was the guaranteed game yesterday? Was it a winner? Yes, it was a winner. MJ, it was Georgia State. Mr. Grover in the house. Brother Boog. Balling Bros, Miles Gray. Mauricio, Edward. My boy was soft as baby skin. Yeah, he needs to be... I don't know, that was a weird fight. It was almost like he was just trying to survive 5 rounds with the champ. I don't know. It was definitely interesting. Rated for life in the house. Clean all the cans and bottles on the room. Oh, I'm doing good. Christopher Bayer, Alex, Miles Gray, Mauricio, Mr. Butler. I gotta tell you guys, man, I woke up with some, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning with acid reflux, thinking, sound only, no video. Oh, shit, you guys can't see me. How about now? Can you see me now? Can you hear me? Were you able to hear me at all? Or was I just talking to myself for like 20 minutes? Good morning, everybody. Were you guys actually able to hear me? Or, okay, good. What happens is I scroll all the way up to the top to look at the comments to see who was here and say hello to everybody. Lorenzo. So I didn't see that your guys' comment to the sound only until I was at the bottom. Kathy Savage in the house. Alex, that's just the, I could always use a tan, but I'm not that white, let me tell you. It is way too early after UFC. Speaking of UFC, we had a big night in the UFC last night. 8-2 overall. We did drop 2 fights. We did hit a 3-team parlay. All right, let me go back to the apparently. Still hear me or not? Don't go anywhere. There we're trying to get it back. Usually we have audio peak level warnings, not connection is too slow. Usually connection is just fine. Hopefully everything's back. When I pan to the bigger cam, the portable cam, it's freezing everything, so I'll just stay right here. How is everybody's morning going? Did you guys have a big Saturday? We had a big Saturday. Getting ready to do a recap of everything that we did yesterday. All right, we're back. We're back. Anybody able to hear me? We all good to go? Hopefully this will do us better. Good now? Okay. All right, let's jump into a recap of what we had Saturday. We had a big day. Let's start out with Guaranteed Saturday. First of all, Guaranteed Saturday was a nice big success. Little Rock facing off against Georgia State. Some of you guys called it and guessed it. I guess we got to pick a more complicated game since some of you guys were able to guess it. But Georgia State minus the 9, laying the 9 against Little Rock, got the job done. Not that there was many games at 1 o'clock to pick from, but we got the job done there. So congratulations to everybody that hammered our Guaranteed Saturday play. Premium plays for everybody that signed up yesterday. Had a big monster day, going 3-0 on our premium plays. We had LSU on the money line, winner. Texas Tech laying 3.5, winner. And William and Mary on the money line. And for everybody that wasn't able to bet on the money line, we just said just take them, lay the 1 or 1.5, whatever you were getting at, and they got the job done right as well. My personal plays, we did give out a personal play as a free play on Ole Miss. When I gave it out to all my clients, it was +1, although I know a lot of people got at least +1.5. or 2. So I gave it out as a push. I actually won because I bet it. When I bet it, I got it at plus 1.5, and I bet it after you guys did. So hopefully, guys, you were able to win on that one. If not, there was no worse than a push. We won on Villanova, laying 7.5 against Butler. Absolutely smashed them, and then VCU against Richmond. VCU just let up at the end and let Richmond come back in and make a game out of it towards the end, and that was all she wrote for VCU. But we did give out VCU first half. Nice, easy winner for everybody. So 1-1-1, or 2-1, depending on how you got Ole Miss. I actually in-game betted as well. When they were down 3, I got plus 3. We did give out a free play in the NHL. Unfortunately, that was a loser. Ottawa and Tampa Bay over 6.5. They were stuck at 6 forever. 3 goals in the first period. And it was looking great. And then just never got that. 1 second, guys. Nevada. I totally even forgot about the Nevada game was rolling because I was at the UFC event last night. And, here at the UFC, so drinks are flowing, you're having a great time. The last thing you're worried about is a little play on Nevada. And I guess there's some controversy. Player punched a fire extinguisher or something stupid. Good morning, Dr. Franco. So, I didn't see any of that. Heard about something about it, but I haven't seen it. Going over the UFC. Let me pop up what we had in the UFC. UFC was good yesterday. Overall, we made a good chunk of change. Nice little score. Overall, 8-2. We did drop two fights, and I know our expert was very, very, very disappointed with 8-2. He wanted a clean sweep. He wanted a clean 10-0. But hey, you pay $29.99 and you go 8-2 in the UFC. We knocked down our dog of the day at plus 190 to start on Diego Sanchez. We picked up the parlay fight pick on Cody Stallman. What else did we hit? Johnny Walker minus $1.50, as well as Walker wins inside the distance. That put us 4-0. What else did we have as actual fight picks? Let's see. We dropped Cody Grabbett. I'll probably butcher his name. Minus $1.45. But we also won fight won't go 3 rounds. So on that fight we ended up 1-1. So after that fight we ended up being 5-1. And then we picked up Zhang. I mean that little Chinese girl can absolutely brawl. Don't piss off that little Chinese pit bull. That was a great fight, actually. Then we won on Ben Askren. That was interesting, to say the least. That fight was interesting, to say the least. We got lucky on that one. That put us 7-1. And then Tyron Woodley. We dropped Woodley against Usman. And Woodley just had no answer. Just none. I mean, I'll be honest. That was a boring fight. I mean, that was just absolutely boring and painful to watch. But unfortunately, we dropped that one. But then the main event, we had as a parlay fight pick John Jones, and he got the job done right, which ended up putting us 8-2 overall, including a 3-team parlay. So for everybody that paid $29.99, I hope you guys enjoyed a great UFC event. So close to that perfect 10-0, but we put out 10 UFC fight picks as well as some parlays, and we went 8-2, including a 3-team parlay. So everybody should have made, as long as you were betting properly, everybody should have made a nice chunk of change. And remember, guys, UFC this next week. UFC again this next week, guys. Obviously, it's not as stacked of a card, but that's 3 weeks in a row. Our UFC guy has delivered. day in and day out. So you guys might want to go take a look at our other packages, our yearly package. Go and reinvest some of that money you just made and that profit you just made in the UFC yearly event. That way you guys save money in the long run. And you drop those prices down to a ridiculous $54 a month for our winning UFC. And as you guys see, not only do the write-ups work, as far as telling you what our fighter or what our expert thinks of the fighters and how the fight's going to pan out based on the information that he gets, but his picks are spot on as well as the information. So I'm telling you, you may not want to miss this next week's UFC as well. It's going to be another UFC of winning. So for $29.99, you can't go wrong there. You definitely can't go wrong. So we did sell a lot of UFC packages. A lot of you guys are in here that were on the UFC package. So yeah, Brad, what a legend. So I definitely can't take any of the credit for the 8-2 because I'm definitely not the UFC guy. But I had hell of a great time last night. Had amazing seats. When I picked up my tickets from the Aria, I looked at the ticket price. I said, "Oh, great! They got me 4 seats. I hope we don't get blood on us." And I didn't. I mean, 4 seats are always nice. But luckily we weren't on the floor. We were one section up, but like 5 rows back, and it was like just perfectly elevated, and it was amazing, amazing, amazing seats. So thank you to great casino host Nicole over at the Aria for hooking me up with 2 excellent tickets, $1,250 face value. So it was awesome, and not have to pay for it was even better. What's going on, Shane? How are you, sir? If you guys did not jump on our specials yesterday, we're still running them today. Last day only, 3 days of premium plays. 3 days or 3 days of my personal plays. You call it, you get it. Just $99. It doesn't matter which one. You can buy both, or you can buy one or the other. But 3 days of premium plays for $99. 3 days of premium plays, $99. You don't want to miss out, guys. I'll post a link in the live chat in a minute. Bear with me, guys. I am a little slow this morning. So I was already lacking in the... Oh, yeah, and congratulations on that 3-team parlay that we knocked down in the UFC last night as well. But bear with me, guys. I am on a little bit on the slow side this morning. Probably didn't get in bed until about 1:45. And then, lo and behold, I'm sitting there with acid reflux at about 2:15. So, needless to say, it was a rough night. As you can see, I'm still yawning in your guys' face. We've got a nice big day planned for everybody today. As of right now, there's 2 premium plays, 2 big personal plays of mine, and I actually really like them. I actually really, really like what we got today. Gonna start breaking down some games, getting you guys on some lanes. Hopefully enhance your knowledge. Yeah, Dr. Franco, man, it sucks. So now I'm paying the price for it now, so. I do have, how we can expect a short show. Maybe because I'm exhausted. No, it'll be the regularly scheduled show, I'm sure. You know, get my second wind. I got some water to sip on. We got some, probably not the best for acid reflux, but cold pressed organic Defense Up juice from Starbucks. Orange, pineapple, mango, apple, and cherry. So yeah, probably not the best for my heartburn, but we got a Starbucks as well, which is probably not good for the heartburn either. So either way, we're batting 1,000 for not helping us out, but we're gonna make the show. That's why I'm here. No matter how tired I am, I've done this show, guys, with zero sleep. It's usually when you guys see me with the sunglasses on, it's when my eyes are closed and we're breaking down games. William says a Red Bull. Yeah. Red Bull's definitely going to be needed. I actually think Red Bull's for children. I think I'm going to have to go to a Monster here in a little bit. Raymond Brackens, how much sleep did I get? I don't know, maybe about 15, 20 minutes. I feel like I was asleep for, Eric, don't drink what? Oh, the orange? In the Starbucks? I feel like when I finally got to sleep and woke up with that acid reflux, it was all she wrote. So I think maybe 15, 20 minutes of sleep, maybe 30. It's okay. We'll get some here in a little bit. We got some money to be made, right? Frank, I see you just signed up for my personal place, bud. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a text message right now. That way you have them, and thanks for jumping on board. They're coming your way, though. All right. Frank, if you're watching, I just texted you the games. Thank you for jumping on board. Oh, I know to stay away from the citric acid, but it's I need some ginger tea. I don't know about that one, Dr. Franco. We'll get through the show. We're gonna have to. I mean, we gotta make some money. That's why we're here. So, 7 days a week, baby. 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Rain, shine, sick, healthy, acid reflux, sleep, no sleep. On vacation, here in the office. We bring you guys Cappers Nation and Cappers Nation Live. Organic honey, good for the heartburn. Huh, that's good to know. It's sad, so I dealt with it, and then I forgot that I had that cold-relieving Zantac in the medicine cabinet, which I took that right before coming into the office, so it's probably the only reason why I could drink this bad boy right here. So if I yawn in your guys' face, it's nothing personal. Mike, I'm definitely going to try to, but for some reason the internet's lagging so bad I can barely run the show. So if I post up the pictures, it may just cost the show from being live. Like if I switch anything up. That's why I'm not using the regular far away camera. But if I can, I'm gonna try and get them up there without jamming the feed. Oh, man, excuse me. Speaking of actually betting, Eric can't take money if you're dead. Take care of yourself. Absolutely. You guys want to see tickets? We got tickets posted. Tickets from the Westgate app. Betting on the fights. Sounds good, Mauricio. Fast Freddy, what's going on, bud? But I do have a bunch of fight that I'll try and be posting to Twitter later today. And interesting enough, I did go live multiple times. I attempted to go live, and I think they had anything inside the T-Mobile Arena blocked from being able to broadcast live. Ken says Ken Thompson crushed it last night with UFC picks. Thanks, Kyle. Ken, I love hearing that, man. I love hearing the feedback. I know our UFC guy enjoys watching the feedback or hearing the feedback as well. Thank you, Kevin. But yeah, Ken and everybody else that was on the UFC, love to hear that. Love to hear that a small little investment like $29.99 was, hopefully worth it to everybody. I know I made a killing on it. I know I made a killing, and I'm ready for next week's UFC. Let me tell you. I just wish it was here in Vegas so I'd go to it again. On like a Tuesday, so it doesn't affect the morning show the next day. Because it was early. Hey, yesterday's show, whoever said that Michigan State was going to get beat again outright, great call on that lean to whoever called that one. I don't remember who posted it, but I know somebody in here was calling it. Speaking of leans, what did we give out yesterday as leans? Let's take a look. How did the leans go? OK State, baby, plus the 7. Trent, what's going on, bud? How about the Diego Sanchez fight? Man, I were jumping up, screaming, high-fiving, hitting the dog of the night. At plus, I got it at, I think I posted it at plus 200 or plus 210 when I bet it. Johnny K, good morning. So taking a look at the leans that we gave out yesterday. Oklahoma State got the job done on the lean for everybody. Wisconsin did not. Man, how about Tennessee against Kentucky? Kentucky just got pummeled. You're offline. Hang tight, guys. All right, we're back. So I notice anytime I do anything with my phone, it causes the feed to drop. So I can't wait, guys. I'll be back in my office. I checked this morning. They're close, and I know they're coming back to finish it today. So I'll be back in my office again tomorrow. That'll correct this issue. Because I'm plugged right in. Looking for another big Sunday to go with our monster of a Saturday. Hold on one second, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. I am back. All right, let's jump into some game day breakdowns. Where'd the live chat go? There we go. Brad, you don't want to look up to me as a god. But thank you, though. Peter, you got your wife in a submission hold after the fight. That's funny. That's funny. There was definitely some good fights. The co-main event sucked, I'll be honest. The main event sucked. The last two fights, the Woodley fight and the Jones fight, those were horrible. In my opinion. They're just, boring to watch. They were definitely boring to watch. We'll get to it, Timothy Davis. This is the barbershop talk of sports betting. We don't just go pick to pick to pick to pick to pick. You want 500 picks, go check out SBR. They'll give you both sides of the game twice. King Marquise last night was awesome, man. Lots of, the voice is going out, but foreplay is good. Absolutely. Oh, it was a great card to watch. I had a great time. We were in the Bud Light Hospitality Lounge. If you guys ever get to the T-Mobile Arena, you want to make sure your tickets are in the Bud Light Hospitality Lounge. That's a good spot. Possible, but that is one of our plays today. The Maryland game is one of our plays today. I was hoping we'd take like a 5-minute nap. No, Brother Boog, not all the beer. You still got to pay, but they got bars, and it's more of a private area with its own bar that if you don't have a ticket to that section, you can't get in. So it had one big main bar, and then it had a little kiosk that served beer and popcorn. Then they had a thing with prime rib sandwiches and more beer and more popcorn. It definitely wasn't fake, that's for sure, because I was there and fairly close. And, you can see. Yeah, Brother Boog is real comfy. Definitely real comfy spot. And the best part was I was down in the 5th row down there, and I never had anybody to the left of me. I had 2 seats open. We were seats 3 and 4, and seat 1 and 2 were open the whole night. So, because you could stand up top and watch all the fights up, from up top. You didn't have to. They had little tables and chairs up top, lounge. But you were able to see, the oh, which Edward? Which one are you talking about? On the first attempt against Askren? I think it could have went either way. The ref's damned if he does and damned if he doesn't. He's either just vicious because he lets it go an extra second or two, or he's the asshole of the night because he calls it a second too quick. Absolutely, Marquise. And he shook his arm. Herb Dean shook his arm. They showed I don't know if they showed the replay on TV, but they showed it in the T-Mobile Arena during the replay. And Herb Dean shook his arm, asking if he was okay. And you could clearly hear him say, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And he didn't reply. He didn't respond to him. Didn't move his arm back when he was shaking his arm. So that's when he called that one. But yeah, he definitely was rocked. Askren was rocked. It just, and like you said, it took him 30, 40 seconds to regain his focus, that's for sure. I think that one could have gone either way. Devin, what's going on? Good morning. But I do think at the very end, Herb Dean went up and gave him a nice big hug and whispered to him, to Robbie Lawler. And, we all know he messed that one up. There's no doubt about it. He's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. But we had Askren, so I wasn't complaining. It's like the Purdue game 2 weeks ago where we got that do-nothing basket at the end to kill our cover. We're laying 4.5. They're up 5. They let him hit a buzzer-beater layup. So I wasn't complaining. I just figured that was just, the gambling gods giving us one back. But, yeah, the ref, damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. And you could see on his face afterwards, he gave I don't know if they showed it on TV or not, but he gave Lawler a hug and kind of like a smirk, my bad. But Lawler's, class act. Class act by that guy. Zuzu, good morning. I don't know if I'd say Usman is a monster. That was his entire game, was just to lean on him. Yeah, Edward, that one sucked. Woodley, you just never know if they're fighting with an injury or got injured early in the round. But I'll tell you one thing. I mean, he took some body shots that were just disgusting. I don't think I've jumped up as high when Sanchez won, though, the dog of the night pick. I think the Woodley fight was the most discouraging. That in the main event, I expected Anthony Smith to, after talking with him and hanging out with him, I expected him to be a little bit more aggressive. But, John Jones, I mean, he's got those arms out. If you got that guy with that long reach, you can't get inside. Marquise, are you asking in the Woodley fight? I agree, Anthony. He got outsmarted. He was outplayed. Usman had a better game plan. He knew exactly what he needed to do. Just lean on him and take him down. You do that 5 rounds, you win. Marquise, I'd say it was more behind Woodley to start. And then the crowd just started getting upset and booing. And then, but in the post interview, when Usman was talking about being a father and doing it for his daughter and saying Daddy did it, that's when the crowd was behind him. And Anthony Smith definitely. I don't know. I don't know if he was just trying to go 5 rounds so he could say he went 5 rounds with Jones. Oh yeah, Marquise, the boo birds were raining, and they were booing in the last fight as well, in the Jones fight. Hey, but I'll hand it to Anthony Smith. I guess he could have took the chicken way out of it when he got that illegal blow to the head when he was on the ground, and they took 2 points away from Jones, and they had the doctor come in. Our guys sitting next to me were saying that all he had to do was say that he can't see and he can't go on with the fight, and it would have either been a no contest or a disqualification, and he would have won. But, at least he was man enough to go on and fight. It didn't look like it was... didn't look like it was intentional, but... Yeah, Edward. He got drugged by a sports capper the night before. That's funny. No, you could see. He was smiling and laughing during the fight while he was getting an ass beaten. Peter, do I ever consider running for president? No, never have. Yeah, Marquise. I'm not gonna lie. I did put a little wager on Smith, just a fun wager. Even though we had John Jones in a parlay. But I was hoping I was still pulling for the underdog because I thought it would be a story. I mean, the guy's Smith's a great dude. Very humble, which always nice to have humble champions. Time Traveler Steve, you're welcome. Yeah, Tom, he's I was so bummed when he was just getting pummeled. I was like, oh man, it's over. It's done. It's done. Wow, we just lost a big one. Wow, this sucks. And I'm like, oh, he's going to stop it. He's going to stop it. Oh, he's got to stop it. No, never stopped it. No. Hey, Nathan, the only stupid question is the one that's not asked. UFC was excellent yesterday, JSN. Eight and 2 in the UFC plus a 3-team parlay hit, so I'd say it was pretty good. All that matters is it wasn't stopped. And we got the win on it. Shouldn't have. Shouldn't have, but we got the win on it. Very interesting Sunday, guys. Very interesting Sunday. My personal opinion is the cards suck today. Hey, Kyle, you in the river in Vegas, right? What do you mean in the river? Tom, they were saying that in his last 3 fights, no, Nathan, you can't. But Tom, they were saying in his last 3 fights, he never even got touched. And, obviously, he needs to get the guy on the ground, and he went for the takedown, and welcome to the UFC. He absolutely got rocked. Absolutely got rocked. And how he did not go out completely was beyond me, but we'll take it. Yeah, he definitely took a welcome to the UFC ass beating. That's for sure. That's for sure. It's like that Zhang girl, little Chinese pit bull, man. That girl can brawl. All right, let's see if I can log into the system from here. Get a game day breakdown rolling. Don't forget, guys, 3 days of premium plays or 3 days of my personal plays, only $99 on sale today. Premium plays had a nice big clean sweep yesterday, much needed 3-0. And we're looking for another big clean sweep today. Zuzu asked anything for next week's card. We will have UFC next week as well. So you don't want to miss out. All right. Let's take a look at the board today. I mean, we got 23 college basketball games on the board. Some NBA, some NHL. Sundays are boring now. Sundays are not fun days anymore. We got shit games, but there's always money to be made on shit games. They may not be exciting to watch. They may not be teams that we like to watch, but I don't watch every game anyways. Crack your back, you're coming close to some of your arm motions. I've been cracking it. It cracks pretty easy. Peter, I live just outside of Vegas in Boulder City. I don't live in the city limits. Kissy B, good morning. I used to live in Henderson. First Green Valley. Well, first Boulder City, then Green Valley. Then I moved up to Anthem and Henderson, up the hill, up Eastern. And now out back in the desert in Boulder City. The real DJX, good morning, bud. Lamont, good morning. See you tuning in. Lamont chiming in when Kissy B shows up. Philip says San Jose Blackhawks the over is an easy one. All right, let's get this sheet out of here. Let's move this sheet in. Exactly, Fast Freddy. As long as Sunday teams don't shit the bed, we're going to be good. I think we're going to be good today. I like what we put out today for premium plays and personal plays. I do like what we put out today. All right, guys, let me move this chat window over. Nevada hurt a lot of us, that's for sure. Early NHL action this morning, guys. New York Rangers play at 9:30. Our time, 12:30 on the East Coast. Oh. Just getting in. Did I miss anything? Nope, Brooks. We've been shooting the shit, doing our barbershop talk, but it is like scorching hot in here. Let me turn down this AC. Or let me turn the air. I'm sweating up a storm. Hold on. All right, we're back. We're back. I don't know your cousin, but they tore down the Stardust. I mean, I was there as a kid, in my early 20s. Mr. Dorsey, I see you just jumped on board. For my personal play, sir. Thank you, William, by the way, for that text message. Mr. Dorsey, I'm going to be sending you a text message real quick with my game since we're live. Or maybe not. I think that's a landline. It is a landline. So I won't be texting you. Lakers sold you out last night. Lakers sell people out every night. Guaranteed Saturday was on Georgia State. Yeah, Tom, I didn't go like crazy on them. I mean, I was betting roughly between 500 and 1,000 a fight, and I kept it at 500. I'm not going to lie, I bet a couple fights before our first one on Diego, and I cleaned up every single one of them. And I mean, I didn't know what I was doing, but one of the guys with me was like, "Yep, this guy will win, whatever." So I bet it just for the shits and giggles. But the Gravant fight, I put double what I was doing, so I didn't go crazy on it. I bumped it up to win 1,000, so you know I ended up losing. I mean, I lost a little bit on it, but I mean, I won it all back. So, and obviously the Woodley fight cost me a nice little chunk later on. But I went big, not big, but I mean, I liked the Diego, the Dog of the Night fight. See, I wasn't gonna risk everything that I was up by going that big on it. If I drop the feed, I'll be right back, guys. If I drop the feed, I'll be right back. Cappers Direct. Good. Yeah, premium plays are on the website. Okay. Yep. Yep. All right, bye-bye. All right, guys, we're back. I do apologize. Hopefully the feed didn't drop. Bud Nino, you're close. It was Georgia State, not Georgia Southern. But good guess. I did like Georgia Southern yesterday, though. Yeah, you know, I'm not a unit guy or anything like that, but, you know, his top fight of the night, I doubled up, as he recommended, 2 to 2.5 of what you've been doing. But I also bet the full amount on the Dog of the Day. I mean, I put 500 and cashed good on his Dog of the Day, Dog of the Night fight. That was a good one for us. 1 sec, guys. I'm texting out these plays. We are back. That's who you meant, bud? And the crazy, I liked Georgia Southern last night. I did. I almost gave him out as a play, too. I'm still shocked about VCU yesterday. All right, guys, let's jump into the game day breakdown section. Obviously, it's a short card today. Some of the games of some of them, but the other ones we will. We'll get through some breakdowns. You guys on some leans. List that I didn't finish before I did go live, so I got one more to go, and then we'll be good. That's what it is, Tom. You just got to be able to, bet consistently and bet the right amount. And I always like, being consistent. And I said I was going to bet to win 500 straight across the board on every fight. And I'm not a UFC fight better. I'm not a big, UFC better at all by any means. But we hit that big dog of the day. And that was, what's going on, Mr. Success? How are you? That was a good hit. And I was like, yeah. Won a couple more. And then started on, starting with Grad when we lost that one. Went back to it and got the money back. But two good NHL games. Fast Freddy says Portland, Tampa Bay have been on the road. Oh, Portland Trailblazers. I was thinking Tampa Bay hockey. And their players who are good look tired. Conning B, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Marquise, yeah, your Bruins are hot. All right, let's move this chat window over. Let's see if we can get back to that finally. Chat window over. What's going on, Brandon? How are you, sir? Actually, you should have just got my text messages while I was just texting you the plays for today, Brandon. Thank you for joining in. Five-minute breakdown on St. John's and DePaul. Deal. Deal of the day right there. Deal of the day. Let me pop up that information. Look at that, right? They're front and center. Alrighty, let's see here. Alright guys, give me one quick second. Okay, I am back. St. John's and DePaul, guys, game 8-11 and 8-12. St. John's opened up as a 1-point favorite. That line is now up to 2 at the Westgate, 2 at the MGM, 2.5 at William Hill. The Wynn still has it at 1.5. Total on that game opened up at 152.5. It's where it sits currently. Diving into that game, let me pop up the team reports here. We got 13-13 DePaul, 5-10 in conference play in that Big East Conference, going up against St. John's, guys, who's 20-9 straight up, and 8-8 in conference play. Coming off a loss to Xavier, where they lost 84-73. Before that, they had a win over Seton Hall at home, where they won by 8. DePaul coming off a 4-game losing streak to Marquette, Butler, Creighton, and most notably, Georgetown, where they lost on Wednesday. They lost 82-73 on the road. Here, they get St. John's, which is a team that they actually beat on the road. They beat them by 8 points, 79-71, back on January 12th. Eddie Line, how are you? Do you like what? Crazed Andrew, what's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Mike Butler says, I do what I do for the love and the chat. Kyle's my dude. Facts, bro. I don't sell picks. I bet them. Oh, Peter. Kyle's Mike Butler, part of your team. Nope, he's just a personal friend of mine. Cherry Bryant, good morning. How are you, sir? You got highlighted in red. I think that's because Mike Butler tagged you and it highlights your name. If somebody does that, the little @ symbol and then your name. All right, guys, diving into Edward, can you even send a message on YouTube? I don't think you can. Could be making this guy look for a DM for like days. All right, guys, taking a look at St. John's, knocking 52.9% from the field compared to 52 for DePaul. St. John's, 36.7% from out deep. DePaul hitting 33.8% from way out deep, all three-point plays. Paul Harris, top of the day. New listeners, do you like Michigan? Good morning, Paul. Thank you for tuning in. I know what you meant, Edward. St. John's, guys, all their two-point plays, dunks, layups, jump shots, knocking down 51.4% compared to the 52.6% for DePaul. Free throws, 72.7% free throw shooting for St. John's compared to 71.3% for DePaul. Looking at the bench minutes, both are above 20%. St. John's goes to the bench for 20.4% of all their minutes played compared to 25.2% for DePaul. Two foul participation protocol, slight edge to DePaul here, whereas they're in that two foul participation protocol, only 23.5% compared to the 28.2% of St. John's. You know, there's certain teams that I like to bet. I love betting that are just a slight dog, 1, 2, 3-point dogs at home, 4-point dogs at home. This is a team that, you know, St. John's, no doubt about it, is the better team on record. They have a much better record than DePaul, but in conference play they've got 3 more wins. You know, they've got 2 of their wins against Creighton, 2 against Marquette. 2 teams DePaul hasn't been able to take care of just yet. Crazy Andrew says Portland ain't going to lose 2 in a row. Tend to believe with side with you there. But home dog, I like where the line's moving. William Hill, it's got it at 2.5, plus 2.5 for the home dog. If I was going to be betting the game, I would end up taking DePaul plus the 2.5. Greg Engel, good morning, sir. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Fast Freddy says DePaul is a good first half team. For everybody that's just tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. We just got through a game day breakdown. Don't miss out. 3 days of our big premium plays, 3 days of my personal plays. Pick your poison, guys. 3 days, $99. You get to select either premium plays or personal plays. Get instant access to the plays, to the premium plays right on the website. And for everybody that wasn't here this morning, please bear with me. It's a little bit of a slow day, at the least. But we're here. We're alive. We're kicking. Oh, yeah. MJ asked about the total on this one. Let me go back to that one. Total sitting at 152. We have it as 77-76 final. Definitely go with your gut. Remember, you got to pick from the stomach. Who was that guy that said you got to pick from the stomach? But as far as the total on this game, I can see it going any direction. I can see it, going over by a couple baskets or staying under. But we have it as going over by a point or 2, which to me is not enough to bet it. But I mean, if you made me do it, I would probably take the over. But with that line jumping, I probably wouldn't. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. One more second, guys. Okay. Back in action. Your gut check. Gut check. My pleasure, Peter. All right, next one. I know somebody asked, the South Florida-Connecticut game. So we'll take a look at that one next. Excuse me after this quick yawn. Desmond Lucas, good morning. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. For everybody that's new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe. Justin, good morning. Make sure you guys subscribe. That way you guys get notified if and when I put out another video or if I go live. Again, you guys are going to want to know, because if I put out a video, there's money in it. And yes, after you guys are subscribing, do us a favor, give us a thumbs up in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work. Chris Newell, good morning, welcome. Jared Ruby, good morning, welcome, sir. How are you? Michael, good morning. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Then we're going to break down the Connecticut game. Literally, I just need 10 seconds. I'll be right back. All right. We are back. Crazy Andrew says he's going to do a 14 parlay. What are you putting on that parlay there, Crazed Andrew? Okay. Alrighty. Move Connecticut game box over here. Popping up the lines on this game. We are running a little bit behind, but that's all my fault today. I take the blame for being behind. They say slow and steady wins the race, but Not today during Cappers Nation Live. I am slow and holding down the bus. Connecticut, guys, opened up as a 3.5-point favorite. That line is now up to 4. Just about everywhere in Vegas that I see. Yep, everywhere's at 4. Total opened up at 136. It's down 2 points to 134. Diving into the games. Kyle, good morning. Thank you. Sorry to hear Kentucky screwed you. I stayed off of that game yesterday. Alan Mitchell, anyone else look at the first half of the Hornets game? All right, guys, taking a look at South Florida. 18-10 straight up in that American Atlantic Conference, guys. 7-8 in conference play. 18-10 straight up, just 7-8 in conference play. Going up against Connecticut, guys, who's 13-15 straight up and 4-11 in conference play. Riding a 6-game losing streak to Temple, Memphis, Houston, SMU, Cincinnati, and Wichita State. This could be a good one, guys. Hold on. Hello. Oh yeah, this is not Amazon. This is the beauty shop. Yeah, no problem. Okay, thank you. I saw New York. I got excited. Crazy Andrew Drake was your big hitter. So back to Connecticut, guys. 6-game losing streak. 4 of those were on the road, 2 of them at home. Their home losses came to Cincinnati and Houston. They defended the home court against Houston fairly good. They lost. They only lost 71-63, and then to Cincinnati they lost by 4, 64-60. And I said this last week against the Houston game, or 2 weeks ago. Excuse me. Connecticut defending at home is a whole different story other than on the road. They can go on the road, they get blown out. They play at home. They generally play close, contested battles because they just play great at home. UConn always plays great at home. Always. Huskies at home is generally a tough game, especially if they're a dog. Grample Pavilion, guys, I mean, it's the 35th toughest place to play in Division I. It's not huge by, college standards, only 10,000 fans. South Florida guys coming off 2 straight losses to Houston and UCF. They've also lost 4 out of their last 5 games. They lost to UCF twice. They lost to Temple and Houston. And their only win in that 5-game stretch was Florida College. I mean, you couldn't even find a line. I mean, you couldn't even get a line on that game and bet that game. Before that, they had 5 straight wins over Wichita State, East Carolina, Memphis, SMU, and East Carolina. Taking a look at the shooting aspect of these teams and how these teams fare on offense, as well as defense. South Florida, a poor shooting team. South Florida, not a good shooting team at all. Just knocking down 49.4% from the field compared to 51.1% for Connecticut. All their 3 balls. South Florida knocking down 33.2% compared to the 35.3% for Connecticut. 2-point plays for South Florida, a measly 49.1% compared to 50% for Connecticut. Good morning, Ryan. How are you, sir? You should have got my text message. Hopefully you got it as well with premium plays. Free throws, guys. Both are shitty free throw shooting teams this year. South Florida knocking down 63.5%. Connecticut knocking down 68.5%. Both very, very, very poor free throw shooting teams, but there is a 5% edge to Connecticut, to the Huskies, and their free throw shooting got a little bit better. Got a little bit better in conference play by 0.5%. So you've got one, fairly strong, adjusted efficiency defense in South Florida, but the offense for Connecticut will definitely overpower that. As far as this game, as far as betting purposes go, I like Connecticut at home, but I don't know if I like 4. I mean, Connecticut at home, they haven't won a home game since February 3rd. But, they did beat East Carolina pretty good that game, and before that they beat Wichita State by 20, and they beat Tulane by 16. So I like Connecticut at home. I would have liked to see the line 1.5 or maybe 2. Or even a dog, but you weren't going to see a dog with South Florida dropping 4 out of their last 5 games. So lean on this game, guys. UConn laying the 4. And as far as the total goes on this one, if Connecticut wins, it goes over. My opinion. If Connecticut wins, it goes over. So I'll give out a lean on the over on this one, over 134 as well. So I think Connecticut wins. I think they went out right. The 4 may be a little tough. Maybe not. We'll see. Yes, a lot of teams playing last home game, so be careful. Connecticut's not. Connecticut has another home game Thursday against Temple. Hey, guys, I need one more quick break. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back, and then we'll break down a couple more games. We'll get you guys on some free plays, okay? We're going to make you guys some money, but give me just a minute. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. Somewhere we are back. Alrighty. Yeah, Tom, for a teaser, or is that what you have it at +1 as on a teaser? Mr. Grover, good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Chido. That morning coffee doing a number on Kyle today. Yeah, I do like Connecticut laying 1 more than I do laying 4, to be honest. And I like the over 129 better. So that one actually looks like a good one. The game goes over as long as Connecticut wins. The game goes over. Kyle, good morning. Remember, guys, going to get you guys on some more breakdowns. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, I'm making sure clients got the games. All right, let's get another game day breakdown rolling. Jimmy Lee, good morning. Nicholas, good morning. Chido, UFC with money last night. 8-2 and a 3-team parlay. Can't complain there, Juan, you know. Jack Parker loved the fights last night. Had a great time. The seats were amazing. Charles Green, what's going on, bud? For everybody that's new to the channel, first of all, welcome Cappers Nation Live. We're right in the middle of it. Kyle, you're my morning sunshine, man. Thank you. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe because every time I go live, you'll be notified, or if I put out a video, you'll be notified. I try and go live 6-7 days a week. This is our 6th day again this week going live. Somehow we made it today after being at the UFC fights late last night and made a ton of money yesterday. Guaranteed Saturday was a success. Premium plays went 3-0. I went 2-1 on my plays. Our UFC fight package for just $29 went 8-2 last night plus a 3-team parlay. So we definitely cashed a lot of tickets yesterday because cashing tickets is what it's about, guys. Can Louisville cover 9? They should be able to cover 9. Just depends if they can make a basket or not. You know, and if they rely on that 3 ball and it's not there again, watch out. I'll be straight up honest with you, Farouk, and for everybody else. I like Louisville today. I do like Louisville. Randy G, good morning. Randy G says 7.5 for Marquette is too many, or maybe he's asking a question. I like Louisville today. So I'll give a strong lean on Louisville, but the only thing that cautions me about Louisville is their desire to win lately. Their desire to win just hasn't been there, at least, you know, from what I've seen. And you know, they are at home finally. You know, they're finally at home and get a nice big, you know, home game. But, you know, out of their, they've lost 6 out of the last 8 games. 3 of those, you know, 6 losses that came at home. They lost to North Carolina, Duke, and Virginia. So, you know, when you take into consideration, you say, okay, you've lost 6 out of your last games. Let's take a look at the teams they lost to: North Carolina, Florida State, Duke, Syracuse, Virginia, and Boston College. And they didn't just get beat by Syracuse; they got smoked. Okay, they should be able to manhandle Notre Dame. They should have no issues. Notre Dame can't shoot the 3-ball. Hell, they can't barely make a basket. But they can knock down free throws. If you foul Notre Dame, they're going to take the free points in the tune of 76% of the time. But Louisville's no slouch at 77.1. So I have no play on this one yet, although I'll probably end up putting something small on Louisville. I think Louisville's like Villanova. They're playing at home, and they're going to get the job done, in my personal opinion. But I don't have anything on the game, so full disclosure. I like to be able to wait and see what's going to happen after teams recover from a loss, like we saw in Villanova, and then they backed it right up yesterday. So I'm going to probably more than likely lay off Louisville just because of their giant losing streak and see what they're able to do and make sure Chris Mack keeps those kids in check while playing at the KFC Yum Center. So I'll give a lean on Louisville, but, they should have no problem. I would hope they have no issues beating Notre Dame. But based on, losing 6 out of their last 8 games, I don't feel it safe, to put a bet on it. Mr. Green, thank you for your purchase. I see you just signed up for our premium plays. You're going to love them, man. Congratulations. Kyle, yeah, I do like Louisville, but they're, to me, they were tested and proven in the beginning of the year, and I don't know if there's somebody that bet them as much and made as much money off of them when they were winning as me. My clients know I was taking Louisville like no other, and but I was timing them right. I was laying off them when we needed to lay off them, and we were pounding them when they were playing teams like Miami or North Carolina in the beginning of the year, Boston College, Georgia Tech. But their little last losing streak, I've completely stopped tailing them and stopped making any money with them just because they want nothing to happen. I last time I bet them was on Florida State against Florida State back on February 9th. And when they lost that game outright in overtime, I laid off of them against Duke, obviously. I still laid off them against Clemson, and then the last 3 games against Syracuse, Virginia, and Boston College, which were all losses. So it is Louisville's last game of the season. It is Louisville's last home game of the season. They do have an away game against Virginia next Saturday. So Crazed Andrew says if you're going to take anything on Louisville, take the first half. That may not be a bad idea. All right, let's see about another game day breakdown. Matter of fact, you know what? We don't have a lot of plays. Today, it's actually a light board for us, so I'll spread it out. Thank you all, BoxU. VCU, guys, make note of this one. Write it down, put it in your books, your ledgers, whatever you guys do to keep notes, if you even keep notes. VCU first half has been money nearly all season long. VCU first half. I can't talk this morning. All right, guys, I'm going to give you guys an NHL play, and then we're going to do another breakdown, and then I'll get you guys on a basketball game as well. So we'll cut you guys loose from the barbershop talk of sports betting. Although I am catching a second wind, the coffee. Keep down on the coffee, old Kyle. You'll start waking up. And I do apologize for everybody that's tuning in. I am a little slow. I'm a little off my rocker this morning. King Albert, what's going on, bud? Late night last night. UFC 235 here in town. Went to the fight. Had amazing seats. If you want to see what it looked like to be there, just go check me out on Twitter at CapNationKyle. I'm actually going to post some of the videos. I took some cool videos and some pictures, and it was a good time. So here we are, rolling on nearly no sleep, but we're getting the job done. We're getting the job done, and hopefully we enhance your guys' knowledge. Remember, guys, you guys have a lot of choices when it comes to watching live shows or videos on YouTube. And I just want to say to everybody, thank you for choosing us. Thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it when you guys do. Because you do have a lot of choices out there. And, there's some people that bet the games, there's some people that don't. My personal opinion is, why would you take a game from somebody who doesn't bet the games themselves? It just means they don't have confidence in it. For example, our UFC fight package. We went 8-2 last night, plus a 3-team parlay. But I bet every single game. But I bet every single fight pick. I bet every single one of our premium plays. We went 3-0 yesterday. Our guaranteed Saturday play knocked down a nice big ticket on that one for a nice clean $20K. I'll post that on my Twitter. Because last week I posted last week's loser where I lost $27,000 to win 20 on last week's. And so I'll post this week's little revenge ticket. B. Fulton, what about the under in the Louisville game? I think they're due for a 3-ball fest, and but if it don't come, then it stays under. So I would, Abadabadoo, I'd stay away. Ronald Burke, go get some well-deserved rest. Man, I need like a vacation is what I need. I need a nice tropical vacation. Or up in the mountains in the snow, and the motorhome sounds good too, so. Lorenzo, any word on the March Madness package? Lucky Lefty, thank you. Kyle, good morning. Lorenzo, the March Madness, we'll have it out very shortly. I do know that. Very shortly. Marquise, yeah, because you don't post tickets. Yeah, I don't post tickets. Where's that bozo at, huh? I posted all kinds of UFC tickets yesterday, right from the fight. Kyle, you didn't miss much yet. We've given out some leans. I'm going to give out a first official free play right now in the NHL. And then we're going to break down another game and get you guys on a free play as well. But in the NHL, guys, 4:05 Eastern Time, 1:05 here in Vegas. And it is in Vegas. I wish I could go to the game, but I not enough sleep in the day. Vancouver and Vegas, guys. We're rolling with we're rolling with Vegas on the puck line. All right, guys. Vegas laying 1.5. Vegas on the puck line. It's laying 1.5. It's plus 100 even money. Some spots got it at plus 105. So I'll put that in the comments as well. Marquise, the two losers were on Woodley and Grammett. But we hit our dog of the day on Diego Sanchez. Kyle, yes. Kyles are always my favorite, right? Look at that. We got Kyle Bogart. We got Kyle right there. We got all kinds of Kyles in here. Tom, they're getting us back in the green today. Absolutely. I like him on the puck line, but money line is obviously always safer. But you're gonna lay a pretty penny to get him on the puck line. You're gonna lay a pretty penny on the puck line. And look, there's another Kyle. There's 4 of us right here. I think there's another one too. So 169 people watching. For everybody that's Lucky Lefty, that's your middle name. Perfect. For everybody that's just tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. No, Nathan, you're missing one. You're missing the push on Ole Miss. But I know I gave it out at +1, but I know 99% of everybody actually won on that game. So I should be able to count that one as a win, but we'll take a consensus. Did you guys win or lose on win or push on Ole Miss yesterday? If somebody says they pushed, we'll count it as a push. Andrew wish he was a Kyle. Kyle won. I mean, I won. I got +1.5, and I didn't bet it until we got off. Oh, Rusty says he pushed. Michael pushed. You know what the difference, though, is? As far as the free play, the reason why everybody won on the free play is because Ronald Burke, Michael, and Rusty all got the game texted to them early before we went live, so they probably bet it before we went live. But when we went live is when it jumped up to 1.5 and 2. It was given out during the live show, Nathan. You know, the one that you weren't part of. Brian got +2. Robert got +2. See, I mean, everybody won, with the exception of my 3 personal play clients. Yep, 20 minutes before tip-off. Your show was at 1 a.m.? Yep, Ryan was the only one that I knew of that pushed, but obviously a couple more pushed. Kyle, I do like the Knights on the puck line tonight, or this afternoon. To be honest, I wish I had energy to go to the game. Yeah, free official NHL play. I'm going to post it in the comments. So we'll count the Ole Miss game as a push. It should. Nathan's going to give it as a W. I don't want to overinflate the record. Fly me over, I'll go for you. Count it as a win? All right, we'll count it as a win. You guys twist my arm. I know my personal play clients got a push because I texted it to them before we went live. So they all got a push, unless they bet it late. I know some got it as a win because they're not awake at 4 in the morning when I texted it. I had it at 1.5, and then I bet it again at 2, and then I actually in-gamed it, Ryan, at 3.5 with 9 minutes to go. They were down by 3, but they had the ball in a timeout. And I'm like, I put it in. It was actually right before I went live that second time. I was sitting in a sports book. Free play win and a personal push. There we go. So Nathan corrected the record. 86, 55, and 3. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, I need to put the game in the comments. Hold on. Free NHL play. Vegas -105. JSN, the puck line is laying the 1.5, -1.5. Jack Parker won. Nice. Good deal, everybody. That's what I like to see. I like to see you guys all winning. That's what I like to see. Things are much easier when you guys are winning. You notice that? Life's a lot easier. Yeah, Brandon, you got to push because you're on my list, and you got the games when I texted them to you. Absolutely, King Albert. Nobody lost. Nobody whatsoever. The only ones that pushed were my personal play clients. The guys that bet it as a free play because I gave it out 20 minutes before tip-off, they all won. Hold on 1 second, guys. If I lose the feed, I'll be right back. Cappers Direct. Yes, sir. Oh, the premium plays, you purchase them on the website, and you get instant access to the plays as soon as you sign up. Yeah, it's through the website, and the premium plays are always posted on the website. As soon as you sign up, it takes you right to the plays. Yep, thank you, sir. All right, bye-bye. That's one of them, Chris. Humbly favored. We gave out just the Vegas -1.5 right now in the NHL, but I'm going to get you guys on another play that I like personally. Like yesterday with VCU, I didn't give out VCU first half to anybody. I gave it out to you guys on the show as well, and that was it. Stat Guap. Kyle, the way you answer that phone. Both definitely do like to play fast in that game. Give me 1 second, guys. I just want to double check everything. Give me 1 second. I'm just double checking the line here. I want to make sure everything's right before I give you guys a game. Lamont likes a full game over. That's your max bet. I like that one too. Lucky Lefty Jeepers Jamboree. It's a giant Jeep trip on the Rubicon. I'm big into off-road and rock crawling. Don't forget, guys, we've got to play on Portland and Charlotte in the NBA daily free play video. Don't forget about that one. All right, let me just make sure everything's good, guys. It is an NBA first half bet that I'm playing later, and I was saving it just for everybody that tuned into the show because I knew Sundays we usually get a big audience. We got 150 people on here now. We've had 170, I think, a little bit ago. So let me double check the odds on this one, make sure nothing has changed. So just something I've been watching on this one, guys. All right. Double check. All right, guys, first half of the Toronto and Detroit game. First half, Toronto laying 2. Toronto -2 first half. Nathan, I never gave them the play. I just said that we have a play in the Portland-Charlotte game. Free play, NBA, first half, Toronto laying 2. I like that, Kyle. Vegas Knights puck line and Portland money line. Tom, is that a consensus play, a freemium, or a personal? I guess it would be like a personal because it's a game that I like, but I didn't give it out to my clients. I saved it just for you guys. I saved it for Cappers Nation. So call it a Cappers Nation free play. I don't want to call it whatever you want. Freemium. Like VCU first half yesterday. It didn't go out to anybody but you guys in the show. So we got a big crowd on Sundays. I wanted to be able to get back to you guys a little more. And to be honest, we don't have a big day as far as a lot of plays. I've got 2 premium plays, 2 personal plays, and 2 NHL games. So this is another one that I'm going to be betting. And it's going to be a nice winner. It will be a nice winner, that's for sure. Remember, guys, we've got UFC again next week. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you guys get back on board for UFC next week. UFC on ESPN. You don't want to miss it. It'll be another nice winning UFC card. That is 3 big straight weeks in a row of winning in the UFC, guys. Landon, what's going on, buddy? I forgot about that one, Marquise. My bad. Landon, congratulations on your second in your state wrestling tournament for the 50-pound weight class. That is awesome. Congratulations, big guy. The Cap Nation family and friends free play. There we go. Robert Beeman, you got Toronto laying 1.5. Perfect line right there. Perfect line. Don't forget, guys, you get 3 days of our premium plays, 3 days of my personal plays for just $99. Pick your poison, guys. 3 days of premium plays or 3 days of my personal plays, $99. Keep up that good work, Landon. Keep eating healthy and working out. Don't be like me and eat donuts every single morning. It's okay every now and then, especially if they're glazed or chocolate or French cruller with some coffee. No, Dr. Franco, that's the full game. Vegas, the full game, laying 1.5 on the puck line. Yeah, if they're glazed, all bets are off. Also, guys, remember, we still have it up there. You can get a full week of our premium plays, full week of my personal plays for $2.99. Sorry, $2.99, $3.50. I don't know what I'm talking about. You can get a week of premium plays for $2.99. I'm getting those eyes talking about those donuts. Balling Pros, do I like the first, or do I like the full game? Can't do the first half. I mean, I put a lean on the full game. I just think Toronto comes out firing. Do they cover the 4 points at the end? I don't know. I mean, I know they're coming off the last meeting against Detroit. They lost as well, but I think they come out strong and have a very, very strong first half. So, but nothing. I don't have anything on the full game, unfortunately. Just advice on the first half. Kind of like the glazed puns. You are correct about the reverse line movement. Mike, I do like that ticket. I have nothing on the Bulls game, Maurice. I do apologize. As long as the Raptors don't have a 15-point first quarter effort like they did against the Magic, we'll be okay. So enjoy those free plays, guys. Remember, we do have a free play on the Portland and the Portland game. If you guys want it, there's that daily free play video between Portland and Charlotte. I'm going to go put my bets in. I got to call a couple clients on my personal plays, make sure they got my games. Remember, guys, 3 days, $99. Personal plays or my premium plays. Get on board today. Let's make some money. All right, guys. It's going to be another big day. We had a hell of a winning day yesterday. 3-0 premium plays. My personal plays, I went 2-1. I know some people went 1-1-1 or 2-1 on my personal plays. We won on Guaranteed Saturday, which was a huge hit for me and everybody else. And then the UFC fight package, people paid $29, and they went 8-2 in the UFC last night, including a 3-team parlay. We're close to sweeping the, but it is what it ain't, and you can't win them all. But we'll take 8-2 every single day of the week. Darian, you have access to the premium plays, just so you know. And I don't know if you got my text this morning, but I'm going to send it again because I did send it out. I know some people didn't get it with my personal plays. I guess it helps if I put in the correct number. All right, it's headed, Darian. And you have access to premium plays still as well. And then who else just did? Mr. Miles, I see you just purchased my personal play, so I am going to send you a message. We'll get you. I think you are. I think I already sent them to you. So thank you. Peter, website is cappersdirect.com. Here, you click that link. That'll take you to the website. Greg, how do you get your fight package? Here, I'll post a link. Here's a link to the UFC fight package. If you just go to the website, cappersdirect.com, there's a link that takes you to all of our packages. Once you get there, scroll down, you'll see the packages. You can do the next UFC card for $29.99. You can do a month for $74.99, and you can also do the year for $49.99. If you do the year, it ends up being $54 a month. So UFC's ridiculously cheap, especially for the amount of wins that we've given. And out of the last 3 UFC cards, last 3 weeks, we've won money every single week betting the UFC. So next week's going to be no exception. All right, guys and gals, for everybody that's just tuning in around the world, thank you, everybody. Please do us a favor. Give us a thumbs up on the way out the door. Hopefully we're able to break 100 on the way out the door. So if you haven't already done so, X out of that chat, hit that thumbs up button for us. And if you haven't already done so, make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you get notified every single time we go live or we put out a pre-recorded video. Because we certainly do appreciate it when you guys do that. So, but that is that. Enjoy your guys' Sunday. Let's make some money. Remember, guys, for everybody that's on the fence, our first premium play does not start until 10 Pacific time, 1 Eastern time, all right? My first personal play does start, is one of the 9 o'clock games, so in 40 minutes, one of my first personal plays start. Other than that, you don't want to miss it. All right, guys, it's going to be a hell of a day on the games. Don't miss out. Let's make some money together. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Yeah, Edward. Hey, no, thank you guys for toughing it out with me because I was a mess. I was a hot mess this morning. So good luck, everybody. Let's make some money. Any questions, give me a call, guys. Thanks, guys and gals.